Hello again, welcome back to my channel, The Product Talks. I'm recording my second video here, and today we'll be talking about a popular interview question: what is product management, and how to basically answer this. So, there are again many ways the question can be asked. So, we'll be looking at all these variations and how to answer each of these variations, right? So before I begin, just a reminder to hit the like and subscribe button here to receive more of such videos, and also the bell icon if you don't want to miss any notifications when I post the video. So with that said, let's take right in. So here we're looking at different variations of the same question. So the interviewer could ask, how would you explain product management to a 10-year-old kid, or to your grandma, or to someone who is not an engineer? The interviewer could also ask, what is product management according to you? Or what is your understanding of product management? Lastly, they could also ask, what is product management not according to you? So let's look at how to answer each of these variations. When answering how you would explain product management to someone like a 10-year-old or a layman or to your grandma, one way to look at this question is to think about their daily activities and stitch a relevant example. Such as when I'm explaining what is product management to my grandma, I would say, hey, it's similar to how you would stitch a dress for me. You would first understand what kind of dress I like, and you would stitch a similar dress. You would keep trying until you get it exactly like I want it. And when I'm answering what is product management to a 10-year-old kid, I would say, hey, it's similar to how you would solve puzzles. You keep trying again and again until you get it right. Or it's similar to how you would play with your Legos. You keep trying it again and again until you build it exactly like it's shown in the picture, right? So all of these examples follow the same pattern, wherein the person, the 10-year-old kid or the grandma, is trying to understand what the requirement is, and they keep doing it until they get it right. In real life scenarios, a product manager would just have more factors to consider or more limitations to consider, such as budget, time, resources, and many more. So now let's look at the second variation of the question. And what is product management according to you, or your understanding of product management? Now, there are many ways to answer this, and it again differs from person to person. So I'm just going to highlight some key points here. Product management is basically the intersection of business, design, and technology, and they maintain close relationships with all these stakeholders. So, for example, they maintain close relationships with the engineers because that enables them to be technically sufficient to identify any feasibility issues or any limitations. They also maintain close relationships with the designers because product managers represent the voice of the customers, and they must focus on user experience. And maintaining close relationships with the business enables them to achieve business objectives. And they do all these by acting as a bridge between the engineers, business design, and the customers. So essentially, they are the pipeline for communication for all these stakeholders. Or you could say they're responsible for filling in all the gaps from what is actually possible to build to what the user actually wants. In short, they're completely accountable for the product they're building, and it's important for a product manager to stay consistent and gather feedback and also not be afraid to fail and rebuild and fail again if necessary. Or some like to call this the feedback loop, right? Now let's look at what product management is not, the third variation of the question. Although this is not widely asked, it's a potential question. A product manager is not the owner of the project. That's the job of a project manager. Although there are some elements such as resource and time management that a product manager is part of, it's the duty of a project manager to make that call. A product manager is not someone who believes someone else will solve their problem, whether it's an engineer, designer, or even some uncontrollable external factors. If they are not accountable for their product, no one is and no one will be. A product manager is also not someone who controls engineers or designers or any team for that matter. They should rather be collaborative and delegate if necessary, and also not be afraid to get their hands dirty. They're not someone who thinks the more features, the better the product is, but they should be able to focus on simplicity while aligning to the product goals. And a bad product manager lives on either end of the spectrum. They're either too technical or too business oriented, but a good product manager knows how to balance these two elements. Lastly, product manager is not someone who does not accommodate for market changes or any changes in between, but a product manager should be well flexible to accommodate for the same and change the roadmap as needed. Well, that's it for now. In my next video, I'll be talking about why do people choose product management and why is it such a buzz nowadays. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.